GPS tells me it's 11 minutes. I don't think that's right. It's too short. How can you cross a border, go from one country to another and be there in 11 minutes? It took us 2 weeks to get here. After we pass the border, 11 minutes later, we can try to get a ride to the next train station. The others laugh because I say I want them to call me Obama. We're sitting down by a tree to plan the 11 minutes. Why not Clinton, Calculate says. At least it would sound like you got some action. I don't know what he means. I know some boys who are called Clinton back home in Sudan. It's nothing special. But he's too old to ask him. I normally wait for him to speak. I look up. It's getting darker. The trees are dipping themselves in silence. The others are looking at their phones. We need to agree on when to start the 11 minutes. We need to plan the 48 minutes after that, because that's how long it takes if we have to walk to the train station. Our group is away from the street. There are bushes and grass and a line of trees. If we walked further down the little hill, we would reach another street. I can see the houses, the lights are coming on, but it's better to stay close to this street. The man who drove us here told us. He said, "Stay close to it, but so that no one sees you. It will be easy to cross once you get to the border." 11 minutes is no time. We will make it and catch the train. If there's enough money for everyone, we'll get tickets. I don't want to sleep in this country, not tonight. I search the other faces. Why is everyone quiet now? I just want to think big. You have to set your bar high. It's one of the things Calculate taught me, an expression. I say to them, it's just a little fun, why not? They look up. They are busy with more important things. I'm disturbing their thoughts. Already these thoughts are like swimming with wet clothes. It's heavy, too much to hold on to. Slow, it pulls you back. You could drown. I have made a habit with this thing, the names and the stories, always distracting them. I think they think I cannot be quiet, not when it's needed, like now, when we are planning the next step, like Calculate says. MG says, or Michelle. I throw him a look that tells him to shut his mouth. With my mouth I say, you're not funny. He looks like he wants to show me he's scared, but his lips are moving fast. You don't understand, you can use it as Michelle. It's French, man's name. I learned it in school. Michelle better than Obama. Better brain, my brother says. Nicer to the people. She's really for the people. And beautiful, Calculate says. He laughs again. It would suit you. I ignore him and put my head to the side to look at MG. He doesn't usually say rubbish. His mouth is too quick, but he is on his way to being smart. Calculate said it. I call him MG because he doesn't use Western Union, only MoneyGram. He thinks it is better. The rates, the service, the staff. I said to him and the others agreed. Hey, little brother, it's just ordinary people. Look at the shops, they are the same. News agents, small grocers, phone repair shops. Nothing special, same kind. Makes no difference if Western Union or MoneyGram. But he is not convinced. He taps on his forehead with one finger. It's shiny. It was so when I first met him. It was hot there in Italy. It's not hot now. Still his face is sweaty. This boy has a tap inside his forehead. It's broken. It drips slowly, always leaving something on his skin. He taps on that forehead looking at us when he wants us to listen. His fingers faster than the dripping of his broken tap that makes all the sweat. He looks ridiculous with his one finger hammering at where his brain is supposed to be. He says he knows. His brother told him. The brother said that they are trying to catch people using Western Union, the smugglers. It is better to leave it alone. That guy and his brother. I want to push MG sometimes. Push him into the road just to waking up. If your brother's so great, why does he not come for you? Why does he not tell you how to get to the UK, to London even? Why does he keep saying, I don't know when you call, I don't know, all has changed? Papers, MG says. No papers.
What he taught me from day one, be feared. Long before he started telling me things, he showed me that. Strike fear. I won't lie, I did fear him, Ghost Man, like everyone else feared him, like most of them still do. And not only him, I feared many people. I feared the world. I was fear boy back then. I don't remember the beating itself. I remember him unbuckling his belt. He never hits them, though. If one of them needs hitting, we do it. Only twice I've ever seen him hit them. Anyone tried to hit him back, we're all there to stop that person. They have to fear him. It's the only way to get them out and the only way we make money. If you mess around, we tell them, if you make a noise, if you talk to a stranger, if you vomit or scream or trip or cough, you're taking money out of his pocket and he doesn't like that. We find you a truck, you better get in it, fast and quiet. And you make it across, you better pay up. We menace them, it's the only way. He tells me I learned fast. He tells me it took him years to get as tough as I got in a couple of months, as mean. Weakness telling me that, I hate it. Mouse says to me, you're like a son to him. Please, I say, does a rock have a family? Does a knife? Sure, Mouse says, a rock's son is a stone, a sharp stone, and you're ghost boy. He thinks he's funny, Mouse. Plus he thinks he's going somewhere. He thinks he's like them, getting out of here. Mouse, you stupid fool, no destination for us, man. Not like them. They arrive in the camp with their hopes and plans and backpacks and justifications and family phone numbers. Someone promised them safety and they want to know, can we get them over that last hurdle? I look into their pleading eyes. Did I ever look this way? Did I look at him with hopeful eyes? I told him nothing. It was my uncle's friend, the man I came with, who told him stories. Oh, this boy, his father had to send him away. You know how it is with the village warlord. He sees your son's height, hears his new deep voice, tells you he needs your boy. He's going to take your boy to fight. I could tell that he didn't listen to stories like those. Even when I was cowering fear boy, I told him nothing. I stayed near him and I watched. When I messed up, he unbuckled his belt and he was right to beat me. Some of them get wired before we go out, but not me. He saw that I don't need drugs. I sleep in the tent nearest his tent. I'm the quietest, and when someone needs beating, I beat the hardest. And when he's sleeping, no one must wake him. To wake him, they'd have to get past me. One woman brings her kid when she comes to us. She has no money, but to get a chance on a truck, she must pay, and she knows what that means. He told her to come this afternoon, but he's still sleeping in his tent, so I give her my chair to sit on. It's a kind of holiday chair with stripes, which I find funny and he finds funny too. You think this is your vacation, he says when I sit in it, to make the others laugh. He likes to say vacation in English, like we're in an American movie. There are always desperate women like her, on the road, in the camp, even in the forest or some damn car. If he likes them, once is not enough. He passes some of them on to us, or he has them cook or wash our clothes. I don't take them anymore. I used to. I know none of them is a sister of mine, but one bitch put that idea in my head. She asked me, do you have a sister? And from then on, I have none of those women. I don't need to. Girls like me, and if I have to, I'll pay. The woman sits in the vacation chair with her child in her lap. She lies the kid on its back on her thighs and holds its little feet in her hands. She doesn't look at me or at any of us, only down at the kid. We're quiet because he's sleeping in his tent and no one must wake him, but she talks to her baby, a boy, a girl, I don't know. Its stomach is round and its shirt rides up. She rubs the brown skin of its round belly, saying, beautiful, baby, baby. The kid gurgles back at her. He's standing in the opening of his tent. He's been watching me, watching her with the baby. I clench my fist. I want to hit something. She looks up at him and he tips his head towards me like, give him the baby. So she stands up and nuzzles the baby's neck before she hands it to me. Then she walks into his tent, not looking back. He's unbuckling his belt when he pulls the tent flap closed.
So tell us, just before we move on, this is a novel that it's wound around 6 different stories, the stories of 6 different characters that are intertwined? Is that how it works?
It's short stories that are somehow connected.
Right.
So sometimes people reappear, at least once or twice, but certain events reappear so that we know we're in the camp. So they're all centered around the camp in some way. So we're starting with a group of refugees on the way to Calais, and then we have different stations, so to say.
Right.